伊朗爱另我伊朗爱你。
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Minnesota Twins. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the mound in this one, Pablo Lopez. What's the scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Here's Jose Ramirez. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Lopez, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And that one ripped into right, and foul ball.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Castro sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Wise to just eat that, otherwise you risk throwing it into the dugout.
So a man at first, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That one's carrying. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. He'll circle the bases, and they grab the lead.
炸裂！谁敢追？
And now the right fielder, Will Brennan.
这突袭投球啊！
And first offering is fouled off. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Swing and a miss. Jeffers collects, fires to first, and it's in time for the third out.
干他打击很猛啊，没把握啊。
Back at target field, and today's
Shane Bieber.
Shane Bieber.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Byron Buxton, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Out to short. One gone, bottom half of the
没有掰臂才是王牌 ，Bieber 是2号。
One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. Fastball is outside. Now a screamer into the outfield. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Royce Lewis stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one pushed foul. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, right side. Brings it in, and that'll do it. Back in Minnesota, top of the second, digging in, Brian Rocchio. Lopez back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. And that's off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1. Check swing, called strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Count full.
And there's 1 away. Bo Naylor at the plate now.
The catcher, Bo Naylor.
And Naylor swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss there. 1 out,
No
base
balls,
is
2
empty.
strikes.
And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. And that is out of play. Walner on the move. He makes the grab, and that is that. Bottom of the second. And now for the Twins, Matt Walner.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
Now, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's Trevor Larnach.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Larnach.
Fouled off to the right. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Ball 1 there. Check swing, no appeal, and the count 2-1. That one ripped left field. That's back.
Oh, you are a star, aren't you?
That'll fire up the dugout. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and this game is tied. It's 2-2. And next is the designated hitter, Jose Miranda. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Ground ball left side. Boots it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Runner
on at first with one gone. This is Willie Castro. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Miranda over at first with one away. In the dirt. And it's caught for the out. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play. Edouard Julien, the next twin up to him.
The first baseman, Edouard Julien.
Counts 1-0.
This one in the dirt. Tied up here in the early going. Check swing, called strike. Rip to short. To first. And that is that. And we're back on to the third inning. Now it's the Guardians DH, Petey Halpin. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. Halpin measures 6 feet even, 22 years old. And he was a third-round pick in 2020. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. And Pablo Lopez will deliver. Gets the bunt down the right side. Julien. And he's safe at first. Great hustle to win the foot race there. Here comes Lane Thomas. He's 0 for 1. Throw to first. And he's back in safely. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Julien settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one away. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. And at first, one away. Runner on the move. Foul ball still 0-2. Lopez over to first. And he's back safely. And a pitch. And ball one. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Here goes the runner. Brings it in for the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Byron Buxton. Inside. 1-0. He was late there. Strike one.
1-1. No. Inside.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Correa in the box now, takes strike one. Cross, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. A two-run homer. It's 4-2. Here's Royce Lewis. Flied to right his first time. Late on that fastball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
He swings and fouls.
干太强了啦，这个也可以轰。丢 perfect 嘞。
Next offering down low and in the dirt.
文德太强了，文德。
And a slider misses down and away. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Stays alive. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Oh. It's there, and that's a great play. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Wallner. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground to short. Zips it across. And there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. So up next for Minnesota, Ryan Jeffers. Grounded out his first time. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, digging for two. Throws to second, and that's a two-bagger.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now, Trevor Larnach. That one missed. In the dirt, blocked. That one misses, and now 3-0.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Jose Miranda, the next twin up to hit. Reached on an infield. Single his first time. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Hunter Gaddis.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Foul ball there. Jeffers, the lead runner out at second. Larnach at first, 2 out of the inning. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. One run across. Rounds third. Headed to the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
He was all over that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Castro in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That clips the corner.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. As we go to the top of the 4th, stepping up for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Will Brennan now at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch just misses.
Ball 1, no
The
strike.
Guardians down by 4. Top half of inning number 4. Buxton moves under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Here's Brian Rocchio. Fly to left his first time.
Brian Rocchio.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Correa over to first. And that is that. Bottom 4. And here's the first baseman, Edouard Julien.
Edouard Julien.
And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Next pitch is outside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Byron Buxton, 1 for 2.
Byron Buxton.
Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
The batter number 4.
Here's Carlos Correa. He's already homered in this game.
Correa.
Two down, nobody on. Making 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. Lopez back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And makes the grab. And there's one down. And up next for Cleveland, Tyler Freeman.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Castro makes his way towards it, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Halpin stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And he's out on the tag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Twins, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. That's down and in. A slider missed.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
This one high in the air to left center. He's got it. There's 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Ryan Jeffers. And first offering is fouled off. Cut on and lifted in the air. Brennan brings it in with a nice running grab. Back at target field, and here is Lane Thomas. Wallner. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And a foul ball. And it's fouled away. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Ground ball up the middle. Correa handles, throws to first, and that is the 3rd. Back in Minnesota, bottom of the 6th. Now here is Trevor Larnach. On the ground, out to short. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Jose Miranda, the next Twin up to hit. That one is absolutely belted. Brennan going back, slams into the wall and hangs on. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Minnesota, Willie Castro. Both 2 in this one. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
On the ground, right side, Freeman. The throw to first, 3rd out, and that ends the frame. New inning getting started, and now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. And that one clips the corner.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Julien. He steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Stepping in, Will Brennan. Larnach under it. And there's 2 down. So up next, Brian Rocchio. It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Set for the last half of the 7th, and now for the Twins, Edouard Julien. They say you win.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Grabs it on the run. And there's 1 down. Byron Buxton, the next Twin up to hit. 1 for 3. That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Thomas makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Correa in now.
Outside.
Takes ball 1 off the plate. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. The throw comes in too late, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Now batting.
And at first, here's the 3rd baseman, Royce Lewis. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That's down and in. Tap foul at the plate. Correa off of first with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working.
Correa goes. That one to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard, goes to 3rd, in there. And now they've got runners at the corners with 2 outs.
A couple of singles back to back. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even.
New pitcher on now, Tim Herron.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now at the plate, Matt Wallner. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and 3rd. And a swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Up the middle. Base hit, and a run comes in.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Inside,
Jeffers, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Fought off foul. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. We go to the eighth. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting, in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes. Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield.
Tyler Freeman looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Angel Martinez, a runner at first for him. Nobody out.
That's a ball.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much. On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. And that misses. And now 3-1.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
The count's full.
Runner on the go. Got him swinging.
And that's
Safe at second with a stolen base. And now the DH, Petey Halpin.
Now pitching for the Twins, number 48, Justin Sopa.
And a sac bunt here. Lewis throws to first. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
Really nice technique right there to get that sac bunt down. Advances that runner up another base. That was his job. He got it done.
Runner's breaking for the plate. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Naylor at third with 2 away. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Trevor Larnach. Herron back to work. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Swings through that.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Good eye right there. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left field. Quan settles underneath it. And there's 1 down. And now the Minnesota designated hitter, Jose Miranda. Inside, just missed. The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Andrew Walters.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now batting, second baseman, Willie.
2 down, bases empty. So up next for Minnesota, Willie Castro. 0 for 3 in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs. Swinging a pop-up foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next offering is downstairs. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Kwan going back on this one. And it hits the fence. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Julian stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Inside, just missed. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
2-2 the count.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2-2 on the way. And there's a ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Good job to fight that one off. And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Here's Lane Thomas. Topa, in his 5th season, he features a sinker, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. Correa throws to first, and a couple of quick outs. So they're down to their final out. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that is the ball game. Lopez with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.